probably change it at the board, but I do think that was E4. And you hear the arbiter say it, handshakes. The round has begun, the 13th of 14 rounds here in the candidates. Let's see what openings these players start their games with, because we may be in for some surprises or some mainline theory that has been essayed many times before. Somebody's in front of the Prognana versus Caruana camera. What would a chess tournament be if not for that? And we do have the opening stages here. Photos being taken of the players. If we bring up our bird's eye view, we can see what openings these opening choice from Hikaru.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say that I'm transported back to the time that I was a little kid, back when birthdays were exciting, and in the evening, all the presents would pile up with all the cool, flashy wrapping paper, and I feel like we've just begun opening the presents, you know, that feeling, what are we gonna get? You start opening the presents, and they're actually kind of cool. Hikaru has been Mr. Unpredictable. His opening strategy has been largely predicated on that. I mean, the surprises started as early as round 1 against Fabi, that weird Sicilian. He beat Pragnananda with a very offbeat Queen's Gambit. C4 was met with C5, and here once again, playing a line that I have never seen from him over the board or online, this Bishop C5 97 line. Now, obviously this is on Jan's radar, but I think Hikaru is doing exactly what's brought him success thus far this tournament. And the last point I want to make, in terms of a little history, this line is not new. It was first played in 1949 in the German Women's Championship, and it had a smattering of high-level games, but perhaps Anish can correct me on this. I think it really came into fashion in the last couple of years, and now it's kind of a known entity in the Ruy Lopez sphere. I really struggle against this line in Blitz and Bullet because I always play C3, D4, and Black always finds a way to meet that with D5. So maybe we can try to show kind of on a high level why Black puts the knight on E7 as opposed to F6, and why this line contains quite a bit of venom.
Well, yeah, Daniel, just...
we need you. Go for it.
Yes, I think the variations with D5 you mentioned, I think they happen after C3 instead of short castle. There, the theory goes C3 first. That's a different move than what Jan played. Knight G7, D4. Then Black has to release the central tension, take on D4, C takes D4, give a check on B4. And then the next move is going to be D5. You get these positions. Now, after castling first, Knight G7, C3. Which is, you know, something that Jan is definitely considering. Short castle. There are a few different ways to play, but I think here you're no longer going to take on D4. You're going to try and keep the pawn on E5. I think the line goes Knight G6 actually.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
it's like officially it's a draw, but if no one claims it, it's not a draw. So we've
They can play
officially
on.
reached 3-3 position repetition.
Which is
You know what's
why.
funny about that? Sorry,
Go ahead, Robert. No, go ahead. You first.
Well, I was going to say in round 11, Alexandra Garyachkina, a different move order against Vaishali, and she in fact lost that game. But here you see both players, they're going to the arbiter, and they're saying, is it 3-time repetition? I don't see no need for this. We know it's a draw. They played it the same thing many times. In fact, it's already been a draw, and neither side really wants to change it up. So this feels like going through all the motions, but the game is a draw. The handshakes are in, and we have two players who are now in the lead. Nepomniachtchi, Hikaru Nakamura, nothing separates these two. They enter the round in a tie with Gukesh. They may exit the round, just the two of them in first place. So, Levy, what we just saw from Hikaru, he played this opening, which was offbeat. He was able to catch Jan his breath, but then he immediately got a rough-looking position before he was able to hold on. So what do you make of this game?
Yeah. You know what I just realized? It wasn't... Wait. Hold on a second. Guys, it's not 3-position repetition, is it? Because on the first move, there could have been an en passant.
Whoa. Are you saying this is an eventuality that occurs 1 out of a million times, and this is that millionth edge case? Levy, explain.
I think he's claiming. So he's claiming that he's about to make a draw with Knight F3. What he's doing is in chess. If you're gonna have a position for the third time, you have to claim that with your next move it will be 3-time repetition. He's not claiming the position has occurred 3 times.
Now it is.
Yes, that was not the same position. That was not the same. Wow, that is ridiculous. Anyway, it's a draw. I think Hikaru was happy, and I think probably Jan is a little bit less happy, and they're both going to go watch Gukesh